Hi everybody, we're going to talk about what's on, or more like we're going to talk about what's on behind me. So we are going to be hosting Coherence, which is our favorite overcoat brand in the world. We're going to be hosting Coherence for a trunk show here in Hong Kong this week and in New York next week. And this trunk show is like a pre-order event. So you're getting a preview of the collection that wholesale buyers would normally get to see for delivery fall/winter 26, so in about 6 months from now. And you know, I really like doing this trunk show because it gives us the opportunity to show our customers like a full collection, you know, which is not common. Like if you have a store like ours, you can maybe select a few models, a few designs out of the collection, but with a pre-order event like this, we can show everything, which is really cool. Now, what's so special about Coherence? Firstly, designs are amazing, they're beautiful. The motto of the brand is inspired by legends. The idea is that all the coats have a relationship to some iconic person in design, in art, in philosophy, and you know, like I think people that we would all kind of admire and look up to. And I really like the inspirations. Two, the fabric development's amazing. The designer, Kentaro Nakagami-san is very, very particular, not just about his clothing design, but also about his textile design. And so he's developed a lot of textiles specifically for Coherence, specifically for these garments. And, you know, because Coherence doesn't have a lot of models, like for instance, you know, there's only one trench coat, there's only one cropped jacket, there's only one other type of jacket that's slipping my mind right now, where you can really like play with the nuance and the look and maybe even the usage of the garment is when you vary the materials. So I've pulled out a little selection for now. I'm actually going to make 2 videos about this because there's so many great things in this collection. I'm going to make 2 videos about this, but I've pulled out a selection for now of kind of my favorite ones for the moment, my favorite ones of this particular season. So starting with this is the Robert, named after Robert Capa, the famed war photographer. This is done in a weather-resistant cotton, chocolate brown. I really love the details. You know, it is based on the old military M65, 4 pockets with a drawstring. Because this is the fall-winter version, it is also cashmere lined for a little bit of extra warmth. Just fabulous coat. This is a relatively new addition to their range. This is called the Berto, named after Giacometti, Alberto Giacometti, the painter and sculptor. It's the first time they've done like a more tailored sort of garment. Typically, Coherence garments are a little bit more on the unstructured side, whereas this one is done more like a tailored coat. But rather than, say, having, you know, a patch and flat pocket, it actually has slanted pockets on the side like that, you know, and it gives it a very different sort of vibe. And it's still soft enough that you wouldn't, that it would stand apart from the typical tailored garments in your wardrobe. Next is this. This is the Coherence Corb, named after Corbusier, and there's a wonderful photo of Corbusier wearing a coat very similar to this. So raglan shoulder, patch and flat pockets, and this one actually has this nice extra ticket pocket as well. This particular one is done in Coherence's Gabardine version 2. And I say version 2 because there's actually also a version 3 on another model I'm going to show you in a second. The beauty of the version 2 is it's a little bit thicker, it has a little bit more body, and it does definitely suit a coat like this. Now, you know, I was mentioning earlier, as a brand, they kind of play with the nuances of their designs by varying the fabrics. So that's the Corb again, but this time in a wool. This is their tweed jersey, really, really beautiful fabric. And with this more bodied, more heavy, it's gonna feel more like a heavy winter coat. All right, this is the Burks, named after Dizzy Gillespie. I wore this coat more in the last 12 months than any other coat in my wardrobe. You know, it's just the perfect length. You can layer it over things. You can wear it just on its own with a sweater. It's coming back this year in 2 colors of heavy cotton canvas, one in this kind of off-white natural color and one in black. And just one last little detail I really love on this is this little buttoning thing here, you know. I mean, this is kind of the genius of Nakagami, is there's always like some little unexpected detail. You know, nothing Flash, just unusual, eye-catching, maybe even thought-provoking. And then this is the Ruiz, which was named after Pablo Picasso. And the Ruiz is simple Balmacan style coat, single-breasted, long, but this particular one is special for 2 reasons. So firstly, this is in Coherence's gabardine version 3. So this is a cotton gabardine that has been made extra soft, extra drapey. It's really suitable for a coat like this that has some length. And the other special thing about this coat, unlike all the other coats in the Coherence range, is it's a new fit for them. But when I say new, I would caveat that they actually had this fit in their first year of business. So when the collection first released, Nakagomi-san, the creative director, actually had 2 different fits. They had like a regular fit and a full fit. And frankly, the world was not ready for a full fit 11 years ago. I mean, I definitely was not ready for the full fit. I was like, wow, this is really big. But you know, like, things change, fashion changes, and I feel like a lot of people actually would appreciate this a lot more today. I also think this fabric makes the coat's fit a lot more easy to digest than it was back then. You know, because it's so soft and drapey and it has such nice movement, even though it's a little bit fuller, like you can really enjoy it in a very different way from maybe the typical coat you have in your wardrobe. So that's the first part of my little summary of the Coherence collection for Fall Winter 26. Like I said, we have all the samples in the store this week in Hong Kong. Come by, check them out, have a look, and I hope you find something you like. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.